Now, who are you looking at,
I don't understand why people keep putting up with you. You don't care that your grandson's miserable. Okay, it wasn't his fault that your husband was a closet case.
I'm not interested in your analyses or your assumptions.
But you think you're the only one hurting? Because of what Brian did, Luke lost the one person that means more to him than the world.
That's something about which I can do nothing.
Luke is my cousin, okay, and my best friend. I care about him, even if you don't.
Okay, let me understand you, Jade, and your philosophy. You seem to think that because Noah saw Luke kiss Brian, that's somehow my fault.
You don't get it. You're still furious at Luke for not telling you Brian was gay, but he was trying to protect you. He didn't want to ruin your happiness, so he sacrificed his own. And then he got so deep covering for Brian that it all blew up in his face. And now Noah can't forgive him, and neither can you.
Wow, you're really on a soapbox today. What in your infinite wisdom should I be doing about this?
I don't know. You're supposed to be this brilliant businesswoman that figures out every problem. So why don't you stop feeling sorry for yourself and find out what you can do for your grandson? Because he loves you, and he deserves it.
I understand why you're hesitant to see Paul in his condition.
Well, he's completely delusional. He thinks Jennifer is alive. He sees visions of his father.
Thank you.
It's like he's going back in time to revisit all the mistakes he's made in his life.
I'm really sorry that you have to contend with all this, especially with a new baby to worry about.
It's just heartbreaking to see Paul suffer like that. And that's why I have to keep Eliza away from him when his behavior's so erratic.
I understand.
For her sake, I'm trying really hard to separate myself from Paul and his problems. And that's why I can't be around him. I hope that doesn't sound too cold.
Not at all. It's probably wise. So, shall I serve Paul the papers myself?
No, you know, the timing's a little tricky. Can I think about it?
Sure. And if you change your mind, you decide to give your marriage another chance.
No, I'm not going to change my mind. I have to do this for myself and my baby.
I just think that Meg will have a much better reaction if you show up with me.
I don't know, Paul. The last time that I...
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was in terrible shape then. I still thought you were Jennifer. But I'm back in the real world now, and in that real world, I have a wife and a child. Please help me show them that I'm getting better.
Please, Paul, don't ask me to get involved in this
You're
again.
already involved in this. Look, I know I have no right to ask you for anything after the way that I treated you, but you of all people know what it's like to need a second chance. I'm begging you, please, help me get one.
Lucy and I go back a long way. To when we were kids.
You and I are better friends.
You've probably done more for me than anyone I know. When you came out to Vegas, brought me home, you saved my life.
So why'd you forget that when Lucy was asking you to keep me in the dark?
Okay, I realize this is no excuse. But before Aaron and I split up, I found out I might not be able to have kids of my own. So when Lucy said Johnny needed my help, I don't know, it's like my hormones kicked in. And because of that, I didn't think the whole thing through very well, which is the same mistake I always make.
You saved my son. I'll always owe you for that.
I'm glad you got him back.
Thanks.
I just wish Lucy could have stayed around too.
Thanks to Craig, she couldn't.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, I gotta deal with him now. Anyway. Thanks for everything. Saving my boy, and don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah, that's another habit I keep trying to break. It's hard. I mean, ever since my marriage fell apart, I keep questioning everything I do. It's like I'm, I don't know, just stuck, and I can't move on.
You seeing some?
Yes and no. I like a guy a lot, but I'm gun shy. I'm just afraid I'm gonna make the same mistakes all over again.
So you're telling me that if we hadn't run into each other, you would have skipped lunch?
Yeah, I guess I forgot I was hungry.
Yeah? You, huh?
I'm sorry, yes, alert the media, but I know.
So what's up? Something happened between you and Maddie?
You know, things didn't work out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know, I thought I would just let her down easy, but I had to tell her the truth. That I was interested in someone else.
That's news. Who?
Alison Stewart. Okay, don't have a heart attack, Dad. You know, she says she's just interested in being friends.
Okay, then that's a good thing.
You don't have to act so happy about it, Dad.
Well, I don't think I need to tell you this, but becoming involved with Alison Stewart would be a big mistake.
Hey, what can I get for you?
Hello, darling. Just a moment of your time, please.
Look, I'm really busy. Sorry.
I'm not going to take no for an answer. I'm going to talk, and you're going to listen. We have a lot in common, we two.
Like what?
Like in this episode, I think we can both, each of us, honestly say we have been wronged. Now, I believe Luke when he tells me that he didn't let on and tell me because he wanted to protect me. He's a real gentleman. But then things got out of hand with Brian. They got out of hand. Now, neither you nor I can blame Luke for that.
I really don't have time for this.
Hey, please. Make time. Because if you don't, you risk losing an absolutely extraordinary, irreplaceable person. Luke, he's good. Go find him, go talk to him and work on it. And I certainly won't give you a moment's peace until you do.
You are such a good girl, Eliza. You know, Mommy loves you so much.
Hey, Daddy loves you too.
Oh, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be in the hospital?
No, I got my walking papers. I'm all better. Tell her.
The doctor said he could go home.
Yeah, I'm not crazy. No, I'm not crazy. You don't need to be afraid of me, Meg, I promise.
I'm gonna let you guys catch up.
I don't understand. What happened? How could you be better all of a sudden?
Well, I have two really big reasons to get better, you know? Both you and Eliza. And Josie helped. I just was seeing what I wanted to see. I couldn't tell what was real. And I wanted my sister to be alive so badly that I would look at Josie and I'd see Jen. But I don't do that anymore.
Well, that's good.
You know who else really helped me out was my nephew Johnny.
Johnny.
Yeah, you know, I kept getting all these vibes about him, and it turns out I was right. I know how that sounds. Look, it's a really long story. You should ask Dusty. It's okay with you. I'd really like to say.
And don't go near her.